So here we have the Blackview S8 from GearBest. This is £118, so it's a super budget smartphone with some very, very good specs. There are links in the description below if you want to take a look at them. They are affiliate links, so I do get a small commission on any sales. So what do you get for the £118? On paper you get quite a lot. It's 5.7-inch screen with an 18:9 screen ratio, so another full screen smartphone. It's only at 720p though, but when looking at the screen you wouldn't really notice much difference because the colours and the detail is definitely there. It's an octa-core processor, has 4GB of RAM, 64GB of storage. Has a dual rear camera, the 13 megapixel and 0.3 megapixel. It's also got a dual front-facing camera, 13 megapixel and 0.3 megapixel. The battery, 3,180 milliamps. It's running Android 7, and there are rumours that by end of the year it's supposed to be running Android 8.1, but I wouldn't hold your breath in all honesty. It's USB Type-C, OTG enabled, fingerprint sensor, and you can get it in black, gold or blue. So the design of this phone is definitely on the money. They've definitely achieved greatness there. It's around about 90% screen to body ratio, and there's a lovely curved aluminium alloy frame with obviously glass front and a plastic back. I've not experienced any scratches or marks anywhere on the phone, on the back or the front. I was expecting to get some marks on the back with it being plastic, but that wasn't to be. So the materials they're using seem to be pretty good. On the display you get a good level of brightness. It does go rather bright, so when you are out in sunny conditions you can rest assured you can see the display quite clearly. And then at the other end of the spectrum, in the evening time, if you need the display quite low, it does have a reasonable level in that case as well. Some people prefer to download dimming apps. I downloaded a program called Dimly, and you can achieve even dimmer results. So the Blackview S8 has a 3,180 milliamp battery. Now if we have a look at the screen on time here, this day I had 4 hours and 33 minutes on screen on time. If you look at the time, it was at 5:30 in the afternoon, 1% battery left, so I had to chuck it on charge. Didn't last me a day unfortunately. And the best I got out of this phone was 5 hours and 5 minutes. This was at 8:26 in the evening with 1% battery left. So again, I had to charge it in the evening time, which I don't like doing. I like to charge a phone once in the evening every day, and that'll be it. I don't have to worry about charging it midday or early evening. So average battery life on the Blackview S8. So although you might not think it being a budget phone, gaming has been absolutely fine. I've got the visual quality ranked up to the top, and also the game screen density. I'll quickly show you here. I'm using this wireless iPega controller to control Asphalt Extreme. So remember this is cranked up on high settings. You can see for yourself if you think it's smooth or not. This game is wicked. Love it. So that was the Asphalt Extreme test, and it passed with flying colours. Okay, the Blackview S8 camera is definitely a mixed bag. Front-facing and rear-facing cameras produce some surprisingly good shots outside in very good lit conditions. You can see quite a few examples here of some of the front-facing cameras and the rear-facing cameras when taking pictures outdoors, or the lighting conditions are, are rather good. When you're starting to take photos in low light and in darker conditions, it basically falls over, and I'd say it's rather poor in low light conditions. I did do a video the other day regarding when EIS is enabled, electric image stabilization. Take a look at this video and you'll see what I mean about the EIS. When that's turned on, the image becomes a lot darker. Just testing some of the camera functions on the Blackview S8. The lights are off apart from Christmas lights and the television, and it's quite dark outside, so this is definitely low light conditions. I have now turned EIS on, electric image stabilization, and you can see there is a difference in darkness. This goes for the front facing camera as well, which I'll show you in a moment. So electric image stabilization, it might be slightly more stable, but it darkens the image or the video, which isn't great, is it? So this is indoors with electric image stabilization turned off. Quite soft and grainy, not the best for indoors. Now let's switch EIS on. Okay, so EIS is now on, and as before you can hardly see my face, but my face is now right in front of the television, so I'm getting all my light from there. So there is an issue with the EIS on the Blackview S8. When it's enabled, it seriously darkens video. Okay, so that is rather a big issue. I have received 2 updates on the S8 since I've had it, but none of them have rectified that situation. Obviously turning the EIS off does improve it slightly, but when you're indoors in low light conditions, some of the shots are rather poor, very blurry, very grainy. But on the other hand, outdoors, I'm very happy and pleased with. So the Blackview S8 is a full screen device, so it's 18:9 screen ratio. Here is a bit of footage here on YouTube. Obviously there's a lot of content on YouTube that isn't 18:9 enabled, but you can do this, zoom to fill. So that is now full screen, but in reality it is chopping a little bit of the footage out. But no question on the quality of the display. It's very good for the price you pay. Perfect for watching movies, shows, and obviously gaming. The Blackview S8 reproduces a good level of sound with some rather good quality there as well. It's a good speaker for a budget smartphone, definitely is. It's not something I'd be complaining about if I owned this smartphone. Overall performance of this smartphone I've been very happy with. Not experienced no sluggishness, and you can sort of switch between things quite easily and fast. Do it. Yeah, quite rapid. Very good for what's considered to be a budget smartphone. This also comes to the fingerprint sensor. There's been no degrade in performance there either. Accuracy is there. Okay, so I'm going to finish on GPS. Have a look at this GPS footage. GPS satellites are accurate, they're on point. No issues with satellite navigation. Okay, so this will bring me to one other little bug that I found in this phone, apart from the EIS that you have to turn off on the camera mode. When you have your GPS on for satellite navigation, a few minutes later, Bluetooth automatically turns on itself. Let's see if I can reenact this now. So if I, GPS is on, put it into standby, see how long it takes for Bluetooth to turn on. So not even a minute. You can see at the top there, guys, Bluetooth is turned on. Yeah, I mean, it's not a massive sort of bug, but if you're trying to reserve battery life, then it can be a bit of a pain. So when I'm using GPS on the way to work or wherever, I'll have my GPS on, and then when I come to look at it, my Bluetooth will be on as well, so it's draining more battery. That's a bug that I thought I'd highlight and show everyone. That will obviously drain the battery a lot more. So that concludes my review of the Blackview S8, guys. It's not the best budget smartphone I've used, but it's not the worst either. It's a bit of a mixed bag, especially the camera. But I do believe you can get better smartphones out there for the £118 mark. But entirely up to you though. Design wise, it's really, really good. The screen is excellent. Gaming, as you can see, has been a breeze as well. Good gaming on there. But I'll leave that up to you to decide, guys. But thanks for watching. There are links in the description below. Any questions, please comment. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.